Hey guys, welcome back. Alex here, bringing you another amazing videos about the Philippines. You guys suggested this on Patreon, and this is what I'm going to bring you today. We're talking about something magical and mystical today, how the message sounds. I'm not going to pronounce the name of the island right. It's Siquijor, I guess. Sorry, I apologize. But it's the island of fire, l'Isola del Fuego. If you already know some stories about this, feel free to say it down below in the comments. Here, how the message marks, and it's about sorcery, it's about healing, it's about mystical that happens in the heart of the Philippines. If you didn't know that, stick on the channel. Let's go and watch it. Like the video, subscribe, of course, if you haven't done that already. I have some amazing videos done lately. Yesterday, we did a debate from a long time ago with a guy from Filipino, a kid from Filipino who was something outstanding. I will choose him like, I don't know, a senator, a president. I'm going to leave some cards at the end of the video. Make sure to check those out if you didn't know and saw those, because are mind-blowing. Anyways, let's go and watch this.
Have you ever heard of an island whispered to be filled with magic, a place where ancient traditions of healing and sorcery still thrive? Today, we're journeying to the heart of the Philippines, to the mystical island of Siquijor. Known as Isla del Fuego, or the Island of Fire by Spanish colonizers.
Siquijor.
Siquijor holds a reputation that is both enchanting and feared. But what's the real story behind the famous witches of Siquijor? Let's peel back the layers of myth and discover the truth. Siquijor's magical reputation isn't a modern invention for tourists. Its roots run deep into the pre-colonial history of the Philippines. Before the arrival of the Spanish, the archipelago was home to a diverse tapestry of indigenous beliefs. Communities had spiritual leaders, shamans, and healers who acted as intermediaries between the physical and spiritual worlds. These individuals, known as Babaylan or Catalonan, were highly respected.
I'm going to stop for 1 second over here because I want to ask you one question, and please answer down below before we watch this. Do you believe in this kind of things? I mean, in witches, in magic? If it's yes, just type it down below because I'm so curious. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories around the world with, getting killed by shamans and magic. I don't know what to say about witches. I read Stephen King's book, Salem's Lot. Well, there were a lot of witches over there. But I don't know what to think, but I'm really curious. How about you, my audience over here? What do you think? Do you believe in this? I mean, it will be beautiful to be real. Well, like white magic, not the black one. But yeah, it will be cool. This is what I want to say.
They performed rituals, healed the sick using herbs and chants, and provided guidance to their communities. They weren't seen as witches in the Western sense, but as vital pillars of their society.
Okay, but
when the Spanish arrived in the
magic.
16th century, they brought with them Catholicism and a very different worldview. They viewed these indigenous practices as paganism and devil worship. The respected Babaylan were demonized and branded as brujos and brujas, Spanish for wizards and witches. This was a deliberate campaign to dismantle the existing social structure and impose a new religious and colonial order. The fear and stigma associated with the witches of Siquijor began here.
Yeah, but I mean, healing with herbs and all that kind of stuff, it's not witchcraft. So the Spanish themselves were,
here, born from a clash of cultures and a colonial power's attempt to erase a rich spiritual heritage. So, who are the modern-day witches of Siquijor? The term is misleading. The people who practice these ancient arts are not the cackling, broomstick-riding figures of European folklore. They are traditional healers, known locally as mananambal. These are often humble, elderly individuals who have inherited generations of knowledge about the island's medicinal plants, prayers, and healing rituals. They see their ability as a gift from a higher power, intended to help, not harm. The mananambal's practice is a fascinating blend of animistic beliefs, folk traditions, and even elements of Catholicism. They create potions, known as lumai, which can be for various purposes. Some are love potions, meant to attract a partner, while others are for protection against harm or for good fortune in business. They also use a variety of tools, like sacred oils, bundles of herbs, and smooth black stones, often performing rituals that involve whispered prayers and incantations. It's a holistic approach that treats not just the physical ailment, but the spiritual well-being of a person. One of the most well-known healing rituals in Siquijor is Bolo-bolo. In this practice, the mananambal uses a glass of water, a special stone, and a bamboo straw. They place the stone in the water and blow through the straw, creating bubbles. They move the glass over the patient's body, and it's believed that the water will become cloudy or dirty, drawing out the sickness, negative energy, or even a curse from the person. After the ritual, the water is discarded, and the process is repeated until the water remains clear, signifying that the patient has been cleansed and healed. It's a visually striking practice that, for believers, is a powerful form of spiritual detoxification. It is important to understand the distinction between the benevolent mananambal and the darker side of Siquijor is magical lore, the mambabarang. While the mananambal focuses on healing, the mambabarang is a sorcerer who is believed to practice black magic. They are said to use insects and other natural elements to inflict pain or illness on their victims, often as a form of revenge or for a price. This is where the real fear and superstition lie. Locals speak of the mambabarang in hushed tones, and it's this darker practice that has largely contributed to Siquijor's fearsome reputation. However, it's crucial to note that these practitioners are considered outcasts and their craft is condemned by the community, including the healers themselves. If you find this journey into the mystical world of Siquijor fascinating, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel reach more curious minds like yours. Now, with its growing popularity as a tourist destination, Siquijor's relationship with its magical heritage is changing. What was once a source of fear is now a major draw for travelers. You can now visit healing huts and buy potions and amulets as souvenirs. This has provided a livelihood for many healers and has helped preserve some of their knowledge. However, it also raises questions about authenticity and...
Look, I don't want to say this doesn't exist, okay? Because who am I to say something it is or it isn't, you know? But I believe in those kind of things, you know, healing with herbs, with natural ways, more than the medicinal that you go and buy and it's full of chemicals nowadays. I don't know what to say about the spirit kind of things, you know, if they are real. I have no idea. Maybe you guys out there, you already try this in a way or another, or attract a person or make a spell on somebody. I don't know. If you did, share it with us. I will be really curious if you did and if it worked, you know. But I hope it's not that kind of black magic, which I guess it exists. I don't know what to say about this. I don't want to offend anybody or say something that, you know, but I'm just saying what I think. And now it became a tourist attraction, this island. So, you know, it's more a business now. And I don't know what to think about that. I really enjoy that these kind of things for shamans or healers, you know, to stay a little bit more private for the beauty of it. I don't know if that makes sense for you.
commercialization. Is the magic being diluted for mass consumption? Many of the older, more traditional mananambal are wary of this trend. They practice in seclusion, away from the tourist trails, serving their local communities as they always have. For them, healing is a sacred calling, not a business transaction. There's a real concern that as this generation passes, their deep, authentic knowledge might be lost, replaced by a more superficial, commercialized version of Siquijor's magic. The challenge for the island is to find a balance between embracing tourism and protecting the sanctity of its ancestral traditions. So, Are the witches of Siquijor real? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. If you're looking for the cartoonish witches of fiction, you won't find them. But if you're open to a broader definition, one that encompasses centuries of history, culture, and belief, then yes, the spirit of the ancient Babaylan lives on in the mananambal, the traditional healers who continue to serve their communities with a profound knowledge of nature and spirituality. Siquijor is a powerful reminder that the world is full of mystery, and that different cultures have their own unique ways of understanding healing, faith, and the unseen forces that shape our lives. It's an island that challenges you to look beyond the surface, to listen to the whispers of the past, and to respect traditions that have survived for generations. It's not just an island of fire, but an island of immense faith, resilience, and profound spiritual depth. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of Siquijor. What do you think about these ancient practices? Let me know in the comments below.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'd love
Anyways,
to
the
hear your
original
thoughts.
link you can find it down
Subscribe
below
for
of this thing, of this video. So thank you to Mark that sent this to me. Guys, I don't know what to say about this video. In a part of me, I want to believe that they were, and I believe in this kind of, like I said, treatment, shamans, herbs, all that kind of natural stuff. But I don't know what to say about the really witchy, magic-y thing. I don't know if it exists. That's why I'm asking you. If you know stories or if you have this kind of videos, we can prove something. Will be really cool because I'm into this kind of mystical things. And I know in Philippines happened a lot of things. Maybe we don't know. There would be like maybe a lot of old stories that we don't know. Maybe they're out there. Maybe we're gonna bring them on the channel. It will be cool for me to know something, a bit, like I said, mystical, maybe dark, this kind of stuff. I hope you enjoy it. And like I was saying, I'm gonna leave these cards over here. This is the debate with this amazing Filipino kid that just destroyed everyone. It was mind-blowing. And here we're gonna have again another amazing video about Philippines, Ophir, and we're gonna have the gut culture on the channel as well. So make sure to stick over here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, and like I always say, stay safe.